Hey VC, this is Chris, here to do a music update video. Taking a break from trying to keep up with Rob at Sounds Strange on his Gimme 10 for the second half of the 21st Century series that he embarked upon. But I'm working on 1954 in that series, so maybe I'll get that done in the next week. But this is just a music update, things that I picked up lately over the past month or so, or more, who knows. But this is some, I guess it's a lot of piano based stuff, but still not strictly classical. Starting with this solo piano, Ron Thomas, Wings of the Morning. This is on the Microcosmic label out of Philadelphia. So I'm guessing that might be a private press, but it's there's the label, kind of simple hand-drawn label. Nice black and white cover, artwork by Anne Lowenstein. This is all improvised piano music, other than one Franz Liszt piece that he does on here. And then I got this the other day, Billy Cobham, Total Eclipse, 1974 on Atlantic. And on this outing, he's joined by John Abercrombie on guitar. So Billy Cobham, jazz. And then I picked up this Abdullah Ibrahim duet album with Carlos Ward on saxophone, live from Sweet Basil Volume 1. This was, it's on the Icapa label. And this was October 3rd, 1983 recording. So piano and saxophone duet. And then Hampton Hawes piano trio, live at Montmartre on the Arista label. This is a white label promo on Arista. So 1975 recording. Henry Franklin on bass and Michael Carvin on drums with Hampton Hawes on keyboards. Another solo piano album on the Cold Blue label. Daniel Lentz. This is entitled Point Conception. This was based on a score for 9 pianos. But on this recording, they just used one piano and then a series of cascading echoes to pick up, to add in the other 8 pieces that the composition was for. So, a little bit different approach on some music. Some more jazz. Charles Lloyd Quartet, Journey Within from 1967 on Atlantic. So some green and blue Atlantic label. So some early Keith Jarrett, Charles Lloyd Quartet. So 4 songs over 2 tracks. Jack DeJohnette on drums. Another solo piano album, jazz piano, Amina Claudine Myers. Poems for piano based on the piano music of Marion Brown. So 1979 recording, July 26, 79 on Sweet Earth label. And then sort of more along classical lines, Leo Ornstein, early piano music entitled Danse Sauvage. Michael Sellers is the pianist on this. It's on the Orion label. So, solo piano, classical piano from the early 1900s. And then some another jazz duo, John Sermon and Stan Tracy. So keyboards on one by Stan Tracy, and saxophones by John Sermon. This is on the Steam label. 1978. So more on the avant side of jazz. And staying over to that side, Varian Weston, Underwater Carol. So this is on the Matchless label from '87. This is solo piano works by Varian Weston. The back covers a lot of typing, black on white and gray. There's the Matchless label. And then this is mostly keyboard based, but and it's in Russian, so Sergei Karyokin. This is entitled Polynesia. It's on the Melodia label from 1989, recorded in '88. So Mr. Karyokin on keyboards, and he's got some flute and sax accompaniment on here. Two pieces. One side is entitled Introduction to Polynesian Music, and the other side is History of Polynesian Music, but it's not really Polynesian music, just his inspiration, I guess, for this. And there's the label. So he was, Sergei Karyokin was a Russian composer, keyboardist, sort of avant-garde type music. Here's one, the Contemporary Piano Project, Volume 2. The music of Loren Rush, and the pianist playing all these compositions is Dwight Peltzer. This is on the Serenus label. So this has 4 songs on it. Oh Susanna, which sounds like a folk song, but not played that way. Little traveling music and soft music and hard music. So it gives instructions on, turning things up, turning things down, so that you hear, I guess, what was intended to be by the composer. Another one on the Serenus label, music of Antal Ribari. I think he was Hungarian composer. So this has very different compositions by him. One's a solo piano. Majority, the rest of them are orchestra and voice type pieces. Serenus label. I don't remember what the date is on this. Probably the same as the other one. Late 70s or early 80s. Another one on the Serenus label. Piano cello duo concertante. Laszlo Varga on cello and Paul Hirsch on piano. So they do one piece by Meyer Kupferman for cello, piano, and tape, and the other piece is a Felix Mendelssohn duet piece. So there's the label. And sort of more towards the jazz vein, Art Landy. Melissa Spins Away, solo piano by Mr. Landy. I have to find it on the label. I don't think it says. This is on Great American Music Hall, 1988. Art Landy had done at least one album with Jan Garabek before on the ECM label. So this is a solo outing. And then the final piece was this Bela Bartok complete Microcosmos works. So that was a 153 song cycle, or piano piece cycle that he composed. This is 1981 on Dutch gramophone. Homero Francesch is the pianist. There's Mr. Bartok, and it lists the 153 songs on here, pieces on here, but it says there's not really enough room in this 3-panel booklet to go into much depth about them, other than he just composed them. Some of them started out for his son, but he quickly eclipsed his son's capabilities on doing these, so he used these as some concert pieces, various ones out of that. So Bela Bartok, 3 LP set on Dutch gramophone. So that was my music update. I've got some other stuff that I'll try to get around to, but it's more along folk music type pickups. So thanks everybody, and I'll see you on the next installment of Gimme 10. Bye.